right, welcome to Tuesday. That's cool. Let me know if these things help. So we're on day 13 of this 30 and 30 series on mental models, and when I started this, it was really an educational opportunity for myself, hopefully helpful for others. I have found incredible benefit in meditating on how these models apply to the ongoing racial discussion that is finally gaining some mainstream consciousness. So that's how we're going to keep the ball rolling. Let's get into today. Today we're talking about accumulative advantage, a concept that is important to understand for 3 reasons. First, it helps paint a humbling picture for success, especially when taking race into consideration. Second, it may be subconsciously affecting your own personal biases. And third, where number 2 brings to life a sense of awareness and empathy, compassion and equity in decision-making is important in shifting the way you act as a result of this mental model. The idea of how accumulative advantage affects success was introduced to me through Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell's book on, outliers. The premise is this: success more often than not does not arise from the ashes. Success can largely be attributed to a predictable and repeatable set of circumstances rooted in hidden advantages that compound over time. Sound familiar, anybody? We see this in ecology, where trees are born from the same means, a seed, but those that are positioned with better access to sunlight, have richer soil, and not burdened from lumberjacks end up growing exponentially higher. At the sociological level, this starts at the youngest age and compounds like crazy. If we are born into a stable household, we have access to more guidance and knowledge, faculties and space to build productive habits, have access to more money to go to a good school, receive a better early education, in turn learn better, and have a higher likelihood then for success. You get the idea. Gladwell calls this parentage and patronage. Really, the outliers are those who actually become successful without these means, but it's incredibly difficult. That's why they're outliers. The second point is that accumulative advantage may play a part in producing personal biases. This is because accumulative advantage compounds and accelerates over time. When someone has a leg up, even by a little, this compounds again and again. It's like the ecological example. We tend to notice the tallest trees quickly. It sticks out. The taller it gets, the more in awe we are of it, the more we give it an opportunity to flourish. Once we make the decision of who should flourish, we often subconsciously offer those individuals more opportunity, and to a large extent make invisible personal rules that frustrate achievement for those at the bottom. And that leads to our last point, taking action. While this snowballing effect of amplification is a natural part of social tendencies, we tend to like what other people like. It also leads to dismissiveness of failure. Failure is often bred out of lack of opportunity due to accumulative advantage. Holding judgment is the first step. The second step is acting more consciously in how opportunity is presented, providing equal access. So I'm going to push to be more hyper-conscious of this moving forward. If you want a good example of taking action, look no further than LinkedIn CEO taking a step down to focus on his vision for bettering the network gap on social platforms. More details in my long-form post. We'll see you tomorrow.